Hi guys, welcome back to my XVS guide. Now I'm going to review Black Mage Vivi. So let's compare him to White Lily Darkfina and Roy Mustang. So like you can see, Vivi stats are not impressive, okay? His magic boost only 180%, which is lower than White Lily Darkfina and Roy Mustang. Same for his health. He has the lowest health of these three mages. So I must say he is kind of fragile and he doesn't have any ailment resist, so pay attention on that. The good thing is he has 70% fire, ice, lightning resist if you count the effect from Trustmaster, okay? So I must say quite decent, but he doesn't have fatal damage protection, and that's really a disadvantage, I think, because his Chaos Wave Awaken are consecutive damage mechanic abilities. So yes, if he dies, your damage gonna be reset. That's what makes him kind of bad. Okay, and basically that's it. Like you can see that his passives are only few. Okay, only 10% MP, and yes, that's it. Pretty simple. So what about his abilities? So for his abilities, it is pretty simple. He is a chainer and a finisher. For chainer, he is Chaos Wave Awaken chainer, and he able to chain with fire, ice, and lightning element. Pretty nice, okay? And for finishing, he uses dark element. So two roles in one character. For support, he able to give your party fire, ice, lightning, and dark resist by 70%. So that's quite nice help for your party if you fight against those elements. And the best part is it also gives 30% magic mitigation. So wow, it is very useful. Okay, 30% magic mitigation are kind of huge, okay, as a placeholder. So make sure you use it when you have Vivi on your party. And for the damage, you can see it on the screen. And based on what you see on the screen, Chaos Wave Awaken damage may be not that special, okay? It is just ordinary compared to other Chaos Wave Awaken mages. But for Doomsday, it's kind of insane. 65 times damage per cast. Okay, so let's talk about rotation now. So on the first turn, you want to use Focus Magic to unlock your quad cast, okay? And Spiritual Fall or Quadruple Wall. Choose. Spiritual Fall is if you want to deal more damage to the enemies, okay, because it has 80% imperil. But if you don't care about that, use Quadruple Wall, which will give your party 30% magic mitigation and 70% fire, ice, lightning, dark resist. Okay, it's your call. And on the second turn, you already unlock your quad cast. Now what you want to use on the second turn is use 3 different Chaos Wave Awaken abilities, okay? Because their damage buff stack. Okay, I have tested on the screen, you can see it, okay? You will see 3 stats, boost special effect for abilities on the screen. Okay, so that means use those 3 to stack the effect. And on the fourth action, use Dark Fog. Dark Fog is a setup that must be used before you use your Doomsday. On the third turn, you can use your quad Doomsdays, and that will deal 260 times damage, which is insane, guys, because with Imperil, you're gonna deal 572 times damage. Wow! On the third turn, guys, Vivi is insane. But remember, this only available every 5 turns. Okay? That why? You may ask why? Because that Dark Fog also give your party 100% dark elemental resist. Without 100% dark elemental resist, I can guarantee your party gonna be wiped out. Okay, so that means on the 4th turn onward, while you waiting on Dark Fog cooldown, you want to use your Chaos Wave Awaken skills. At this time, you don't need to use different element, because if I'm not mistaken, if you use different element, it will reset your consecutive damage stack. So pick one element and stick with it for the entire battle until you can use your Dark Fog again and repeat. That's how you use Vivi. His limit burst is also pretty good. Okay, it deals 31 times damage, and remember, he has that 100% LB damage, so 62 times damage, not a bad thing. But the reason you use this LB is to get the Imperil for your Chaos Wave Awaken chaining abilities. Okay, so enough about abilities. Now let's talk about the partner. So using Vivi to the maximum potential is a little bit hard if you don't have another copy of Vivi. You may only want to use him as a finisher, but you cannot do that because remember, your Dark Fog only available every 5 turns. Okay, and that means you need another Vivi so you can chain your Chaos Wave Awaken chainers on the off turn. Okay, so you need 2 Vivi, and you can see it. Okay, there are Never Ending Hope and Riku pair. Both of them are Absolute Mirror of Equity chainer, so good for Vivi. But maybe the best is Riku with Galuf, because if I'm not mistaken, Never Ending Hope Mirror of Equity doesn't have any element, so that's kinda reduce his damage a lot. Or maybe you can use Adventurer Locke and Paladin Cecil. Okay, on normal turn, you can chain your Vivi Chaos Wave Awaken together with a copy of Vivi. Okay, of course you can pair him with most recent mages like Shantoto, but that means when Vivi use Doomsday, your wizard this Shantoto gonna do nothing. Okay, basically because he doesn't have any finishing skill. So really guys, Vivi is really powerful mage. So try to search for a friend who use Vivi. Now a new section for my review from now on. Okay, against recent trials. So I will rate how good the character based on 4 most recent trial. So first we have Braska Final Aeon. So Braska doesn't have any elemental resist against Vivi's element. So yes, Vivi can be used on that battle, but basically Vivi doesn't have any advantage against Braska because he doesn't have Fairy Killer. So I think he's just normal against Braska. Against Demon Wall, it's also normal because Vivi doesn't have any killer or anything, and Demon Wall doesn't have any resist against Vivi's element, so you can spam that Doomsday against that Demon Wall because before he approaching you. Okay, the good thing is against Dragon of the Abyss or Shinryu. Against Shinryu, I must say that Vivi is quite good. Okay, very good, because Shinryu doesn't have any resist against Vivi attack, and Vivi has that fire, ice, and lightning resist buff, the elements which Shinryu uses. And because most Shinryu's attack are magic attack, I think Vivi magic mitigation gonna be useful. And the last thing is Scorn of Tiamat. Against Tiamat, Vivi is shit. Okay, because Tiamat absorbs fire, ice, lightning, and dark elements. So your Vivi gonna be sitting duck if you bring him to Tiamat. Okay, so 3 out of 4, I think he's quite worth for today. Okay, enough about trial. Let's talk about equipment. So for equipment, I think it's better to make him into true double hand setup because he doesn't have innate dual wield. But if you have Queen Essence, maybe it's worthy to make him into true dual wield mage. Okay, you pick based on your equipment, but I find it is much easier to find true double hand magic boost compared to true dual wield magic boots. Okay, so enough about equipment. My conclusion for Vivi. Vivi is really good mage. Okay, like you have seen before, his damage modifier is insane, and right now he is number 1 on Furcula Excel. And yes, maybe you need Vivi's friend, but you maybe find it easier, or you can find it easily on Reddit, GameFAQs, or yeah, simply search it. Okay, it's totally worth it. The bad thing about Vivi is his Thrustmaster and STMR. Just take a look on this. Okay, it is not something you want to chase, especially the STMR, because the STMR damage boost only affect Doomsday, Vivi's trademark ability, so it is only useful for him. Okay, but if you have Vivi, wow, his Doomsday gonna be insane. Compared to White Dark Vina, of course, she is already old, and maybe she deals a little bit better damage on normal turn, I mean the Chaos Wave Awaken chaining, but in terms of overall damage, Vivi just obliterate her. Okay, and against Roy Mustang, I must say Vivi is better on normal enemies, but if Roy Mustang can find the enemies he strong against, then I must say Roy Mustang gonna be stronger than Vivi. But the point here is Roy Mustang only learned one element, and that's not a good investment. Okay, so yeah, I think that's all you need to know about Black Mage Vivi. I will review Roy Mustang after this maybe, okay, to show you what Roy Mustang good against. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more Final Fantasy Parallax VS Guide. Bye bye guys.